still chasing fire through the years half slow. Weights on my back, sweat in my eyes. Old man's fight never says die. Old man on the mat, still standing tall. One more round, yeah, I've heard it all. Grip the edge, don't let it slip. Strength in the soul, strength in the grip.
Crew, this is Tony Jones coming at you with another great episode of Old Man on the Mat. Guys, as I always say, I know. Yep. I'm fired up. Life is good. Every day you take a good breath. When you're over 29, I'm going to stick with that. It's a good day, guys. But guys, once again, I always say, I always love starting my my episodes off as thanking you guys for all the merch and things you guys are buying from us and all the support. As you guys have probably seen out there now, we're starting to push a little bit on YouTube, and thank you guys for starting to subscribe on there. We're starting to build a little bit, but if you can, guys, subscribe, like, do the whole thing. But guys, with that, I am excited by talking to this guy here sitting to my left or my right. I don't know how it's looking on your side, but I'm fired up because he's another brother from across the small pond, which is just across the line. He's out of Oshawa, Canada. And he's a martial artist like myself. He's a martial artist like a lot of you guys. He's a sixth degree black belt. And is this a Japanese jiu-jitsu, correct? It's
Yes,
the
it is.
Japanese side of jiu-jitsu. He's a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And also he has a first dan in Taekwondo, which Taekwondo I have an orange belt, and it's kind of fun. I can't lift my legs high, but it's still kind of fun, guys. But with that, I give you guys Mr. Scott Taylor. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Thank you very much for having me on.
Man, thanks for getting in here. We were just talking a second ago. You said you just woke up, man. Oh, my gosh. I get it, man. Working a night shift.
Doing a good old night shift on the weekend.
Yeah, those are always fun, man. Where's your weekend go after that, man? Oh, man. I was telling you, I did a night shift when I first moved to Illinois. This was, like I said, 20 years ago. And I was a security guard at State Farm Insurance. And they had these two buildings they were connected underground by this tunnel. It's this dark tunnel that we had to go through, and you had to hit these codes. You push the button and make sure you're doing your whole route. And we had to do it like 3 times a night. And you get down that boiler room area, and it was like you hear all these noises, dark, like every scary movie. And I'm not a runner, but when I got to that part, you could see the light on the other side. I have never ran that fast in my life to get to that button 3 times a night. But that was my foray to the night shift, man. But I commend you for doing that, brother.
Been doing it for, be 24 years in February.
Wow, man. Hey, wait, you're doing all that and you're still doing martial arts?
Yes.
Wow, that's good stuff, man.
So when I work a day shift, so I work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So when I work a day shift, I go right from the town I work in, which is a totally different town,
Yeah.
drive 45 minutes to get to the dojo to either train or teach. Well, when I was first coming up, it was to train. Now it's to teach.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done teaching, I have another 45-minute ride home because I live in a totally different town.
Oh, man. You are committed, man. That's good stuff, man. But you know what? When
Yeah.
they say we get to our age, like I always say, over 29, we start slowing down. And what you're doing, that's not slowing down, man. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
And I have a good team of other instructors that help me out when I can't be there when I'm working night shift. So.
Okay. Yeah, because you own Scott Jiu-Jitsu out there. Or Taylor Jiu-Jitsu, I'm sorry.
Yes.
How big is your school out there?
Not big. Probably sitting around 80 students.
Oh, that's really good, man. That's still good, man. I've known schools that are smaller, some bigger, but that's really good, man.
That's kids and adults.
Yeah. Before we get into that, like I always I like to know everyone's story, how they got it to where they are, So tell me how you started in martial arts. How'd you, get to that point where you say, I want to learn martial arts? Did you get punched in the face or something? Or
Yeah, something like that. I was always being the smallest kid and bullied a little bit. So I'm like, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
And then, watching Chuck Norris on the screen, I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to learn
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So that my Taekwondo instructor was teaching out of a public school at night. So that was my first foray into the martial arts was starting out in Taekwondo.
Really? How old were
Did
you?
that for. I was 11 when I
Oh
started.
man, that's pretty cool, man. So let me ask you this, because I know I think Taekwondo is a good starting place for a lot of times. You know, you see in martial arts, a lot of guys have started out in Taekwondo, some kind of kicking art in essence. Now, how did you feel? Like, I know Taekwondo over the years has changed because back in the day, you know, I'm looking in the '80s and things like that. Taekwondo was known as the karate. You know, karate, the hard style
Right.
karate, street fighting, and everything. Then it transitioned to Taekwondo, more of a forms and sports. Now, what's your feeling towards Taekwondo as it's changed over the years?
Well, for my perspective, so I did international Taekwondo. So there's ITF and
Yep.
WTF,
Yep.
right? So I did ITF. Had a lot of friends that trained
Yeah.
WTF. My instructor was very much somebody breaks your jaw, you kill them.
There you go. There you go.
So he was, military trained, so it was you fight to defend your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Friends that do the WTF style, especially the older ones,
Yeah.
they're like they don't like what it's become.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I can't say much on it because I've never really done it, but
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I think they put a lot too much on the sports side, not enough on the self-defense side.
Yeah. But you know, I agree with that, because I think I see that across the board nowadays. Because once again, speaking of the '80s, and don't want to sound like that old guy. Back in my day, we walked 3 miles uphill to fight. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know, but you know, we have seen the transition from, like I said, karate, street fighting, self defense, and then as the years went on, and you know, I see Taekwondo has changed into this meal of just throwing out black belts. And I mean black belt kids. And, you know, you see a little 7-year-old with a black belt in the grocery store, you know, and it's like, you know, that's cute, but what are we teaching these kids? You know, and I think
Yeah.
I see a lot of that too going towards Brazilian Jiu Jitsu has its own thing it's dealing with, you know, and I think we're starting to see some
Right.
of those because it's a money thing. And I get that. Nothing's wrong with making a lot of money, but I think Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is starting to move a little bit towards that where they have to make the money. Because being a martial arts instructor, as you probably can test, I had a martial arts school too. There's not a ton of money in it. You know what I mean? Unless you go at one of these bigger
Yes.
programs and things, you know? You see what I mean?
This is why I have another job.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly, man. I get it, man. But you got to pay the bills. But, you know, looking back, but that's what most martial arts schools, they did. The instructor, you know, he taught on the weekends or at night, and then he had a regular job.
Right. Yep. There's still lots of out there like that.
Yeah. But I think a lot of those, and I'm not berating on the making a ton of money in martial arts. I think you can and you should. If you have a good product and you have a hardcore style, you should. But I think a lot of places are trying to get to that and is trying to waver and get away from what the essence of martial arts is: self-defense.
Yes.
You know. Now, at your school, are you guys teaching a lot of hardcore, you know, self-defense things? Because you do. Are you just doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or are you doing a plethora of things there?
Plethora. So it's mostly the Japanese side,
Mhm.
and we do. So my Japanese style, we concentrate 95% on the grappling side of things.
Okay. Okay.
So, got all the same moves as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, arm bars and arm bar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know,
Wrist lock's a wrist lock.
I love that.
What?
Your name on the Instagram is. It's like, what's your name on there again? Demon Wrist Locker.
Dirty demon wrist locker.
I saw that, and that just blew me out of the water. I was like, I love that. Let's talk. Let me start to talk to this guy. So you're a wrist lock master, but you know, as you know from Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and I did Kodokan Jiu-Jitsu, third in that, and there's a lot of wrist locks in there, a ton of wrist locks. Is that where you got your wrist locks from?
Tons. Some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of it. I have a very good friend that does Aki Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay. Yeah.
So, when I get together with him, we grapple. We'll practice some of the stand-up joint locks.
Yeah.
And then, I'm like, anyway, we can do that one on the ground. He's like, yeah, absolutely. So we'll just experiment.
But is that what?
So his name is Ryan Bodrug. He was a big help in me developing my wrist locks for the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, it was one of those things. I nailed a wrist lock one day. Then I got another one. Then I got another one. And then I just started seeing them everywhere.
Unlimited power now.
Yeah.
Now, when you start doing those, let's just back up a little. When you came in and you started Taekwondo as a yellow belt, what was your feeling walking in there? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we go into martial arts as a kids, we're nervous, we're scared, we're excited, we're all these things. Was it everything that you thought it was going to be?
It was that and more,
Okay.
right? First walked in there, like you said, nervous, didn't know what to expect. Uh, you know, first time sparring, got your ass kicked.
Those are fun days.
Yeah, but everybody was very encouraging and just like, just keep at it. You'll get better and better.
Yeah.
And I did. My instructor was very encouraging too. He was also just don't train one style.
Yeah. 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 And so you just branched out from there. Did he tell you? Because I know, like my instructor, Sensei Michael Smiley, he told us all when you get to a brown belt, then you start branching out because you need a foundation. Is that the same with you, or he just said from all over, just start pulling and everything?
He told me get your black belt in this first, and then look for other. It's exactly what I did.
Yeah. Because every art has holes. I don't care how good the art is. Every art has holes, and you need to fill those holes, right?
Exactly.
So when you stick to
agree.
one, you're limiting yourself.
Yeah. So I mean, I have good friends that train in other styles. Like some karate styles, some other grappling styles, and basically, well, way back in the day when we were coming up training and just get together and kick the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
And show me that. That was cool. Or, how can I incorporate this into my style of martial art?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times these guys, when you stick to one art, like I said before about the holes, I think a good martial artist is well-rounded in everything, in essence, some of everything, I should say, because you should be able to defend yourself in all areas,
Yeah. So right now I have a good friend that teaches Muay Thai out of our dojo.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get a little more back into that with him.
Yeah.
I did a class last week before.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so sore.
I put Muay Thai practitioners in the same realm as wrestlers. Those two styles have the craziest workouts. They're brutal. I think they're monsters, man.
Yeah, I was sore, but I loved every minute of it. So.
Go to bed smiling and don't touch me, but that's good.
Yeah, so my good friend Mark Medeiros, who's our kickboxing instructor, he's also trained in Taekwondo and stick and knife fighting and a few other things. He's going to be one of my black belts shortly.
Awesome.
But him and I have been good friends, so I love picking his brain on things too.
Yeah.
Like all my martial arts friends, everybody's got a different perspective, or
absolutely.
Try this. Maybe you just need to change that angle a little bit.
Yeah. But that's the tell of a good martial artist, in my opinion. If your head's, your ego's not too big to learn from somebody else at a different style. And I've always believed that when it comes to martial arts, it's not the style that's superior, it's the practitioner that makes that style superior.
Yes.
I've always looked at Taekwondo as, but I know a couple guys who treats Taekwondo like the old school karate, and these guys are bad to the bone. Good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. A good friend of mine, Keith Romp, out of Des Moines, Iowa. Oh, man. He'll kick your teeth out and not drop his beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what we like.
Right?
I know when I did Taekwondo, we didn't wear gloves or foot pads. Or you learned to block or you got
there
hit.
It is. Exactly. And there was no padded floors back then. It was on the gym room floor, or what's that, carpeted floor, like the hotel carpet floor? Ugh.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Get your face dragged on that. I did judo on that.
Yeah. I learned to block with my head a lot.
There you go. Man, you're the best blocker. Yeah, look at my face. Oh, man. So when you started Taekwondo, and did you get your black belt there first before you branched out, or did you stick with?
Yes, I got my black belt there first.
Okay, gotcha. And then you branched out. What art did you get into next after Taekwondo? Which was it a smooth transition to something else?
Jiu-Jitsu after that.
Okay. Okay. Was it all taught in the same place or no?
No, different
Yeah.
place. Uh, uh, there was a friend. Well, he wasn't a friend, but I met him. He was teaching jiu-jitsu out of another Taekwondo school. So I started with him. He was one of my instructors,
Yeah.
black belts. So I started out there and remember getting caught in a few things going like, what the hell just happened? And then sadly where he was teaching out of that, him and that guy had a falling out. So then I was driving to pretty much Oshawa area to train with my instructor after that.
Yeah.
And been with him for pretty well, yeah, 20 years.
Wow. Man.
And then he moved out to the East Coast and I took over the dojo.
Okay. Gotcha. How long you been teaching? How long you been the head instructor there?
Well, since he left, about 4 or 5 years
Okay,
now.
man. Yeah. So you've been out there for a while. Yeah. Now, being instructor,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just asked him if I said, "Is it okay if I just change the name to Taylor Jiu-Jitsu?" He goes, "Sure, absolutely." He goes, "I don't
He
care."
said, "I'm out."
Yep. He still teaches out in Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Does he have a big school out there too, or he just started just teaching on the
No,
side?
just a small school.
Yeah.
I think he prefers it that way right now.
Yeah. You know what? It's people don't realize it's tough to run a school. It really is. Man.
It is.
And you're still training running a school. How's that working for you?
Good. I love it, so that's why I do it.
Okay. Okay.
Right. I've had a few nights where I've come like right from work and one of my other guys is teaching. I'm like, just carry on. I'm just gonna sit here and either help out or be a student tonight.
That's cool. It's in your blood, man. Now, did you watch all the stuff yesterday, the CGI 2 and everything? Are you into CJI? I'm sorry, with the Craig Jones Invitational and stuff.
No, I was working last night,
I get it.
but I seen a quick little video and the guy said, this is what the CGI thought. And he was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it was kind of boring.
Yeah, the first night I was mad that I stayed up late watching it. I was up to like 1:30 in the morning watching this thing. I was like, this is crazy. Yesterday was a little bit better, but I still think, I was telling a friend of mine this morning, we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, we need to go back to he needs to go back to CJI 1, where individual fighting and not fight teams, because the fight teams just got, I don't know, it's too much strategy going in there.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I didn't know he changed it to fight teams.
Yeah, last year.
So he was doing something like a quintet type of thing.
Yeah, last year it was just competitors, and then now they have a team. It was more of a normal competition last year. Now this time it was a team thing, and I don't know, but hey, he's doing something. You know what I mean? He's trying to push the art, and I respect him for that.
Yeah, the only thing I watched is I watched one friend his match at the Worlds.
Okay, yeah. How'd he do?
He lost.
Yeah, hey.
But he's so he sought me out. So I just met him like over a month ago. He wanted to start adding wrist locks to his game.
Oh, nice.
So another acquaintance that we know, he's like, hey, I'm looking to add wrist locks, and this guy that he was talking to was like, you need to go see this guy.
Oh man, the demon wrist locker.
Yeah, he's been doing privates with me for the last month. So he didn't hit one, but he tried. But he's like, he competes in Japan in a couple weeks. He's like, I'll get one there.
Oh, wow, that's pretty awesome, man. But, it's hard to do these techniques in competition sometimes, unless you master them for a while, then you see them everywhere. That's, man. Man. I did Worlds 2 years ago. Just say I had a great time in Vegas. How about that? We'll leave it at that. Oh, man. Do you still compete anywhere or no?
No, I haven't competed in years. I did a handful. I'm just with the work schedule and young family at the time and kids. It was hard to train how like one of the professionals would train.
Yeah.
Right. You got 15-year-old, 20-something-olds that's all they're doing all day.
They're monsters, man.
I don't have that kind of time.
Right. You got life to do, man. I know, man. Some of these young guys, man, they are brutal, man. I
Yeah.
competed, years and years ago when I was coming up. I did a lot of competitions, and one another claim to fame I have is we talked about Chuck Norris there. He was at Chicago State University. He was the one of the guest judges doing the tournament, and in my head, after because I won my division, he had everybody line up. They had it, not him, but they had everybody line up, won the divisions, probably like 30 of us lined up or whatever it was. And in my mind, he walked up to me and said, "You're the best fighter I've ever seen in my life." That's what I heard, but he just walked down the line, shook everybody's hand, saying, "Good job, good job, good job." But yeah, Chuck Norris said I was the best fighter ever on this planet in my head.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh man. Wow, man. Do you miss competing at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Other times I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm there. I think. I mean, I, to me, there's just too much politics in it.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Yeah.
Right? Like, could be a little thing. Oh, this guy did that and it was really nothing, or all that ref's favoring that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that, or oh, he reaped my knee. Or,
Yeah. You can't reap it. Can't do all
I'm
this.
very much heel hook in the gi.
Yeah.
Just learn to
That's
tap.
it. That's it. That's it. That's it. But I think these guys now, once again, I'm not knocking these guys, but they fight like that is their whole world, like a $1 million contract on the line at some of these local competitions. It's like, dude, just tap.
Yes.
It's okay. This is a hobby, you know?
Yeah, I remember I did one tournament and the guy caught me in a straight angle lock. He said, and I tapped.
Yeah.
Then he asked me after, he goes, "Something wrong with your ankle?" I go, "No." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Well, you tapped." I go, "Yeah, got to work Monday and I want to be able to
Yeah,
walk."
right. That's true, man. I don't understand that. I have no problem. They call me the tapper where I come from, because I tap so fast, Especially at my age, man. I don't. It's like you were saying. It's not a life or death situation. If you're on the street, you got to do different things. But if this is just a hobby, you have a life, you have a job, you have a wife, you have things to take care of the next day. You can't afford to be limping around, and taking 6 months off. That's crazy,
Exactly.
man.
But on that side, I do think everybody should at least try one competition
Yeah.
just to see if they like it or not.
Yeah, and that's true because you have to test yourself. It's different than testing yourself in the gym. When you're training with all your buddies and everybody, no one's trying to hurt you really. You know what I mean? You guys are trying to make
Yeah.
you tap, but not really hurt you. But you go to a competition, get it out of your blood. Try it and see how you like it. Let you know when that adrenaline flows, how you're gonna do. You know,
Exactly.
man. I don't know. I saw one of these tournaments. This was years ago. I would say maybe 10 years ago, maybe. This guy came to our gym and he wanted us to sponsor one of his fighters. So we went to see his fighter fight that weekend. It was a regular MMA fight. The guy got his arm broke, and it wasn't that it was a fluke. The guy wouldn't tap from a regular arm bar. And I'm thinking, dude, you're 21 years old. What are you doing? You got a job.
Exactly.
It's not $1 million contract, It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I've seen lots of those videos and seen it happen. I'm like, dude, just tap. It's not worth it.
But I think a lot of the ego gets involved. And some schools are really tough, and nothing's wrong with that. It's just a mindset coming in and out. It's like I'll die first kind of mindset. I'm like, well, okay, that's why, but okay.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the saying. My instructor used to say, 1,000 deaths in the dojo was better than one on the street.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
okay.
Tap early, tap
There
often.
you go. There you go. Nothing's wrong with it. Hey, especially at our age, I train differently. How do you train now? Do you train, you still go that, I'm going 100% balls to the wall each round, or you're just more, as I call, old man moving? You know what I mean?
Mine is definitely more old man moving. I just roll to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care if you tap me, great.
Yeah.
Or there's days where I'll just let the lower belts work.
That's okay. You're still moving though. You're still getting a workout. You're still moving.
Yeah. Now, if they tend to get a little cocky, then I will put them in their place.
Those are the fun days.
Yeah, because I had one guy not long ago, just kind of started, but pretty athletic and catching on pretty good. And, rolling around, letting him work. Now, I didn't tell him I was letting him work.
Yeah.
I just letting him work. And he caught me in the arm bar. I'm like, nice, good work. And he's like, I got you. I'm like, all right. So, turning up a bit, got him in a scarf hold down, caught his arm, cranked his neck at the same time. And I looked at him and said, don't get caught.
That's funny. That's funny. Wait. Did he come back?
He did.
Good. You see a lot of those guys sometimes just don't come back, man.
Oh, yeah. I find some of the worst ones that don't come back. And no offense to anybody, it's police officers.
Hey.
And some military men.
They can't take a beating sometimes.
Yeah, they get beat up by a small guy like me. They're like, huh. Where I'm like, this is what you should be coming in and learning.
Yeah, man. I think every law enforcement needs to learn some of that stuff, man. They need to. Because you see a lot of these guys.
Absolutely.
Man. I don't know if you're into guns and all. I don't know. I'm a shooter, and I love shooting, and I take anybody with me shooting. I train some guys, help them here and there, kind of stuff. Not professionally train them, but, show them little things. And the ones that I've seen haven't been the best shooters have been a couple of my cop buddies. But that's okay. I don't think they train enough. But I do have one of my cop buddies named Obi. This guy, man, he trains a lot. I remember taking him to the range with me, thinking he's going to be like every other cop I'm tucking there. I'm like, whatever. He's got all the gear on. He's loaded up. Look like, he's going to fight a battle right in there. But this guy could shoot. He could move. He knew his craft. And I said, all right, much respect.
Yeah.
Had all the new sights, everything, man. He was on it, brother. Do you shoot much at all or no?
Don't shoot any. I would love to get my restricted, but the laws here in Canada are very, very tight.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Canada is really, really tight on those. Yeah.
Well, right now there's a whole castle law thing.
Really?
That people are trying to push.
Ugh. That's crazy, man. That's crazy because you guys.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead for what you were saying. I had a question, but go ahead. I'll ask that if you're done.
Up here, and this was just a recent thing. What kind of sparked this controversy is somebody in the next town over got their house broken into. The person had a weapon. Well, he kicked the crap out of them, sent them to the hospital, and the homeowner got charged for
what?
Defending. Yeah, that's kind of what the law is like up here.
That's insane. What was he supposed to do?
Well, that's the big controversy right now, right?
That's insane, man.
So they want to have they're trying to have get the castle law passed.
Yeah.
So the laws up here are a little wonky on that stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Everybody here believes you have the right should have the right to protect your family or your belongings.
Absolutely.
So that's the big issue, right? One of the big issues right now.
Do you think they're going to pass it in people's favor or no?
Hard to say.
Now, you guys can have shotguns and rifles and things, correct? Or how does that work too?
Yes. If you're a hunter.
Okay. But you can't use it to defend your household.
No.
That's crazy.
So up here, your gun has to be stored in a lockbox.
Wow.
If you have a pistol lockbox, and your ammo has to be separated in a different lockbox.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, it's something like that when you're transporting guns here. They say your ammo, if I have it in my car, my ammo has to be like in the trunk and my gun can be over here and the glove it's insane, but if you have a conceal and carry license, it's a little bit different,
Yeah, see, I would love for them to have that.
Oh, I bet. Most guys I talk to in Canada want that. Man.
I've told the wife, I go, sorry, honey, somebody breaks into this house. I'm probably going to jail.
That's right. Save the money up. Bail me out.
Yep.
I feel you, man. That's like, I carry, conceal and carry. I carry wherever I go. And some of these guys are like, why do you carry your gun everywhere? You always expect something to happen. I say, no, I don't expect anything to happen, but I want to be prepared just in case,
Exactly.
There's some nuts out there, man. Oh man. I never had to, praise God. I never had to draw my weapon out on anybody, that was threatening me. This was except, was it about 5 months ago? I was in Kentucky. It wasn't on a person. It was on a dog. I was I was going for a night. Me and my friend we were going for a nightly run, a walk, and exercise, and I see this big dog, this huge dog. He's just come barreling down at us, and the owner's yelling at the dog like, "Fluffy, stop!" And this dog wasn't listening. It was as big as a Great Dane. I thought it was a cane corso. It was so big, and I drew my weapon and I stuck my hand out. And he's like, please don't shoot my dog. And I'm like, what? And I didn't put my hand on the trigger or anything, but I had it ready. And the dog ran up and he just jumped up to lick my arm and everything else. And I was like, okay. I was like, that. I was like, woo. Shoot someone's dog. Oh, my God. And he's called this dog Fluffy. And this dog was huge as a house. Oh, man. But that was the only time I ever draw my weapon, and praise God, that was it, man.
I've trained a little bit of stick and knife when I have time, and I've done a little bit, and I mean that's fun stuff too.
Yeah.
I know a few people are like, "Why do you want to learn that stuff?" I'm like, "Why not?"
Why not? Oh man, do you carry a blade with you at all, or can you do it up there?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Do you have certain sizes,
Yes.
6 inches, and all that, or?
Yes, I do carry a blade.
Nice. Nice.
But it's a tool.
It's a tool. It's a modified screwdriver. That's what it is.
Right. I never know if I'm going to have to cut myself out of my seatbelt or break down a cardboard box.
There you go. In the middle of the alley at late night, this cardboard box jumped out at you to cut it down. Oh man! Now, do you guys like in martial arts? Do you guys get any, I don't know, flack from the government about learning martial arts or being able to use a deadly weapon or anything like that?
None.
Okay.
None. No. Pretty good. I mean, martial arts is thriving here in Canada. It gets bigger and bigger. I've had a couple people use you're a black belt, gotta register your hands and feet. I'm like, no, that's a myth. Don't have to do any of that.
That's right. You gotta register. You sure? Oh, but I remember hearing stuff like that way back in the day, man. It was crazy, man.
Oh yeah. I'd still love hearing it today.
You should just tell them.
Smile and shake my head.
That's right. You say, yeah, be careful. I have my card on me.
That's right.
Oh, man. Now, you said martial arts is growing out there, Ken. What do you think is the biggest arts that's growing? Is it Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like it is down here?
It is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
It's growing pretty good here in Canada.
Yeah.
You see it all over, even like, in the States too,
Yes,
right?
everywhere.
It's blowing up there. It's blowing up here.
Yeah.
I think it's just building more. I mean, they've got the train running. That's for sure.
Oh, man, you're no joke, man. Everywhere. And that's a good thing. I don't think anything's bad. I think it highlights martial arts. My only fear, like we were talking about earlier, is it going to go to the karate days where it went to Taekwondo and just became a money pit? You know what I mean? A black belt machine.
Right.
Who knows? But I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. It's good, but like I think a lot of the arts are making a stronger comeback, especially now when you got stuff like karate combat.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot more MMA fighters who started out in karate and still train karate.
Yeah.
So I think they're definitely. I think some of them are making a comeback.
Yeah. I think so, and I hope so. I really do, because I think karate has a very vital place in the martial arts and self-defense industry. It really does.
Absolutely.
It's still a great art for self-defense. May not look at the Taekwondo side, and once again, I don't want to bash Taekwondo so much, but they're the one doing all the pushing out the black belts every other day, and they have these black belt programs and all this other stuff, and we all know it's just for money, And
Right.
but I have no.
Well, it's nice to hear maybe a little bashing on Taekwondo, not so much Aikido.
Oh yeah, Aikido. I forgot all about Aikido. You mean the dance of the dance? Oh my God! I remember when Steven Seagal first came out. Oh man, that was great watching him in the movie theaters. Now you watch these people practice it, and I'm just like, okay, I don't judge.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, some of it's you look at it and you're like, oh, just stop. You're not doing your art any service here.
Exactly.
But then I've trained with some really good Aikido guys. I'm like, oh yeah, they'll mess you
Oh
up.
really? See, but that's got to be the traditional. Like for what's it, Mario Yushima? Am I saying his name right? That started
Oh yeah.
Aikido. Yeah.
Yep.
And they think because he's a small guy, he did all these moves that way. But it was, of course, like anything, it bastardizes it, get way away from what the original thing was, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I haven't seen too many Aikido guys. Hey, I'm not knocking anybody. They probably could kill me, but I haven't seen too many dancing lately. I haven't seen too many.
You know. But again, you should try to cross train as much as you can in different arts. It's only going to
It's
help.
only going to help. It really is. Like we were talking before, I have a black belt in Hapkido. I told you that before. And Hapkido,
Yeah.
they say, it's a little harder style of Aikido, they're saying now. And I'm like, oh, okay. Everybody's, it's like, okay. But Hapkido and Taekwondo, they went hand in hand in essence, Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of people who were training both styles.
Oh, yeah. My instructor back in the day, Master Young Chen Pak, he was a judo instructor, taekwondo, and hapkido, all at Iowa State at one time. So he pushed everybody to learn them all, and so
Right.
you got in there, and I didn't like all the kicking. I just liked that hapkido. His style hapkido had like 4 kicks, and they were just wheel kicks. They didn't have any round kicks. It had the low wheel kick, the high wheel kick, the snap kick, and a side kick. That was it. And
Right.
I was like,
perfect.
That's all you need, man. This flying around, flippy-doo-dahs. I'm like, that's too much work. I can't get up like that.
Oh yeah, I posted pictures of me doing jump kicks, like back in my younger
Yeah.
days. I posted them on Facebook, and then my middle son, he commented on there. He's like, "Hey, Dad, I can get my camera and we can reenact those." I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna be taking your dad to the hospital after."
Exactly. Or you're gonna take that picture laying down on your side, Oh man, it's so funny. We think about the things we used to do, and high kicks and flying this and flying that. Man, those days are not anymore, man.
Yeah, somebody asked me, "Can you still kick like that?" I go, "Yeah, if I get really, really warmed up."
That's right. What do you say in the street fight? Just a minute. Let me stretch. Let me stretch first. Hold your hand here for me. Let me kick that. Okay, a little higher. Oh man, have you ever been in a street fight before?
I've been in a couple. I worked in a bar for 7 years.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, not as a doorman. I was a busboy, but usually if there was a little fight, I was probably in the middle of it or trying to get in the middle of
starting it, right? You gonna test this stuff out. But it's funny how I see that a lot of guys over the years have been in martial arts, but they've never been in a street fight. I don't think they need to be in a street fight to make them a good martial artist, but I just said they don't understand how a street fight works. It's complete chaos, as I always say. It's not, you punch,
Right.
I block, you throw. It's complete chaos. It's not going to be pretty, but it will be effective, right?
It's not the movies.
No, it's not the movies. You're supposed to kick me here.
Yeah, see, when I worked in the bar, a couple little scrimmages, nothing major. But I've had a beer bottle over my head and a pool stick.
Holy cow, man. What happened? Tell me those stories, man. Come on, what happened, dude?
I was helping break up a fight, and one guy, by the pool table area. So one guy swung a stick, hit me in the head.
Geez.
Don't remember if the stick broke or my head. But that hurt. We got them people out, and then one other time I was trying to throw a guy out, and he took a beer bottle and cracked me over the head with it.
Holy cow, how'd that feel? Was it a Michelob bottle? Because those are hard.
No, Molson Canadian.
Well, that's really hard then. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man. Now, did your skill come into play?
Yes.
Was it more
Got him in
yeah.
a hole and walked him
I
out
was
the
gonna say,
door.
was it more subduing? And that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Don't come back.
Well, how tall?
He came back the next
Oh, did he
weekend.
really?
Yeah, I apologized.
Well, whatever business for the company, right? For the for the bar.
Yep.
Now, what's your stature? How tall and how much do you weigh?
I'm 5'6". I'm sitting around 170,
Okay, yeah,
165,
solid,
somewhere
man.
around
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So yeah, most guys will look at your stature like, oh yeah, he can't do anything until they're picking themselves up off the
Uh,
floor.
yeah, I kind of got the ears to,
You have the deadly ears.
yeah, change that.
I know.
So,
You see guys, I see guys out with those ears, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sip here. You know, I'm gonna sit here, sip my beer. You know, not get into any of these skirmishes. You know, one thing that I've done over.
yeah, I get that. Don't fuck with the guy at the cauliflower
You see
ears.
those ears, you just leave him alone, man. Whatever he wants, man. I've had guys.
They say that. I'm like, I'm a nice
Yeah,
guy.
until I tell you, man, I've been in plenty of bars. You go out to bars like I love dive bars. I love going to find dive bars, and I think the dive bar people are just really part of the home feeling. Everybody, nobody cares about
Yep.
anything. And I love those, but you go into places, and I've had some bumps, some things said to me, and my comeback because you never know what the other guy. I never want to fight, so I've always my key is be like, hey, whatever. I'm sorry. Hey, what are you drinking? Let me get you a drink. I do that all the
Yeah.
time. I don't want any fights. I don't want any trouble. And most of the time I've done that, the
Yeah.
guys
Same.
apologize. They had a rough day. I'm sorry. My wife pissed me off earlier. I'm coming to get a couple of drinks. So,
Yeah.
hey, no problem, man. You know?
Yeah. Well, I know people are like, do you fight now? Would you ever compete in MMA? I'm like, no, getting punched in the face now
That's
hurts more than when I was like 20.
right. 20, it was a claim to fame, man.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hell no. But no.
Now I get punched in the face. I'm like, ow,
Yeah.
that hurt.
And why did you do that? Man. I'm a guy. I don't want to get punched. I don't want to punch anybody. I don't want to fight. I haven't had a real fight in years, and I don't want to do it again. I'm too old. I want to buy you a drink and let's sit down and talk about our days together. Let's talk about our pains, my shoulder, my back.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I like to hug an aggressive cuddle.
There
now.
you go. Actually, if you looked up our website, I got a sign: Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, aggressive hugging.
Yeah.
It is, man. It is. But on the other side of that, martial arts, in my opinion, especially Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it gets you to let out a lot of steam. You know what I mean? Without
Absolutely.
punching somebody and stuff. It's just, pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yeah, that's my stress relief, my therapy.
Yeah.
Because if I have a bad day at work and the guys are like, "What are you doing after work tonight, Scott?" I'm like, "Going to take all my frustrations out on my
That's
students."
right. You hate to be the first guy that walks in the door that you roll with. But you know what? We don't kill them. We just work out. We don't get hurt. But it is a big stress reliever. And I see most guys, especially in our age, they stick around for that because, life is nothing but stress. You can't go punching everybody in the face.
That's right. And for those 2 hours you're on the mat, nothing else
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. But, this is funny about that. It really is. Coming to, being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now, you're so right because you're so much focused on the other guy, the push pull, the fighting for your life in essence, that all the world's problems just go right away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for those 2 hours.
Yes. It comes back, but I always find when, after a good training, good rolling, like I always feel better after.
Yeah, yeah. Even though sometimes you don't want to go on the mat, but every time you do, you feel a whole lot better, man. So tell me real quick, what are some of your principles in life, and what keeps you going back to the martial arts, other than the stress relief and everything? What else keeps you going back?
Well, principles. I'm a pretty humble guy. Just try to live my life to the fullest and have lots of fun.
Yeah,
I have a very, very good wife who treats me like gold, and
Nice.
I spend as much time with her as I can too. With busy we are, like she helps run the business with
Oh,
me,
cool.
and she works full time too.
Wow.
So we have date nights here and there just to make sure we're still
That's
connected.
cool, man.
Our 10-year anniversary is coming up here on the 26th of September.
Hey, happy anniversary early.
So we're getting ready. We're going away for a week to a nice Airbnb out in the woods.
Oh, man, that's nice.
So yeah, looking forward to that. What keeps me coming back is I just love to train, and I got a great bunch of students.
That's cool, man. It's like that guy that's evaluating his life and look back and think of all the blessings you have. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Now, when it comes to your wife, let me ask you this, because I know what I'm seeing a lot now is couples are running the martial arts together. And like you said, she helps you with the business and those things. And now, does that help your relationship? Because you still have things apart from each other, but coming together around that, you have common with your wife, your marriage, your family, those common things. But for the business common things, does it help your marriage and your relationship?
I think so.
Okay.
She always runs, like, so she takes care more of the business side.
Yeah.
And she always like, what do you think about this idea, or I was thinking this, or we'll talk about it, and it'll either be like, yeah, I don't really like that, or yeah, let's try that.
Yeah.
So this year she had the idea of going to a farmer's market and setting a booth up there.
Oh, yeah.
And we've had tons of traffic, and it has helped.
Wow.
So I'm like, this is a good idea.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, does she train also, or is she just a business side?
She got her yellow belt.
Okay.
But she has a bit of a bad back, so
yeah,
she doesn't train.
Yeah.
But she will. It's the one thing only one of the one things I love about her is, even though she doesn't train, she'll watch classes, or she's watched matches with me on TV, but she always asks questions.
That's cool. Yeah.
She's like, well, could you have done this? I go, yep, and he would have countered with that, and I would have countered with this. So she knows quite a bit about it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And she's into the UFC too.
So. Oh man, that's good stuff, man. So she does understand that the chess match that's going on there. You make sure that
she does. Even she said before, like, when they're on the ground and it doesn't look like they're really doing anything and the crowd's booing, she's like, they don't get it. No, they don't get it.
They don't get it.
There's a whole chess match happening down there. Nobody understands.
Exactly.
Don't say anything unless you train.
That's right. And how many guys on the couch that don't really train? Just like any other sporting event, they don't train. Oh, I would have done this to the guy. I would have done that. Uh-huh. Sure. Oh man. Now, over the years, I know with you being as martial arts, and you've still been a little bit over 29, we're sticking with that you have some injuries. What type of injuries have you collected over that you can attest to martial arts?
Dislocated a shoulder, dislocated a knee, dislocated all my fingers multiple times. Dislocated my toes, broken my toes.
Oh man.
Kicking the elbows, right? In Taekwondo.
That down elbow block. Oh man.
Yep. Broken my nose. I've had a few job issues.
Wow.
I've had my share.
So yeah, it is time to, like you said, move like an old man on the mat, right? And that's quite all right.
Hands have arthritis in them.
Yep. I know those feelings, man. Yeah. And a lot of young guys don't understand unless they calm down. They'll get there, and they'll be the same way,
Yeah. My worst injury didn't even come from training.
Really? What happened?
Crushed my finger at work.
In one of the machines?
Yeah. There's a nice scar on my finger.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I wasn't paying attention. It was end of night shift, so 5:45 in the morning.
Oh,
you're a little tired.
Yeah.
I was wondering why the arm of the machine wasn't going out. And then I'm like, gee, seems to be a lot of pressure on my finger.
Oh,
And then I look down, I'm like, ow,
oh,
ow.
really? Holy
Yep.
cow! Wow, you didn't even know it was in there, huh? Until you felt the pressure.
Nope.
Wow.
So there was so much pressure, I blew the underside of my finger apart and broke the bone on top.
Holy gosh! Praise God, you didn't lose that thing. Oh,
I did not. I was very lucky. Didn't even lose any feeling.
what?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. So as I did once I got my finger out, I looked at it and I could see it was blown apart. Like I could see the
Oh
bone.
man.
So I just put my other hand on my finger and went, fuck, I'm going to the
Oh,
hospital.
oh my gosh. Wow. How many stitches you get in that puppy?
20. 10 on the inside and 10 on the outside.
Oh man. So you almost took your picker.
Almost. Yep. The doctor said if I crushed the whole bone in there, they would have took my finger.
Holy cow, man. Wow. And
Which it's on my left hand and I'm left-handed.
oh man. Oh gosh, man. Well, how long did it take you for them to see you? They saw you right away in there and they put it all together then? Because I know you hear something about.
Pretty much,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I kind of got lucky going to the emergency room. There wasn't too many people
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Phone my boss drove me to the hospital, and he was like, "Are you feeling okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." He goes like, "You're not in shock or anything?" I go, "I'm good."
He was probably going
go-
in shock.
He was like, "Well, you're a tough son of a bitch." I go, "Put my body through a lot." I go, "Don't get me wrong, fucking hurts."
Yeah, but I'm not gonna cry about it right now.
Yep. So then on the way to hospital, I phoned my wife, and she answers the phone. I'm like, "Hi, honey. So on my way to the hospital, just crushed my finger at work." And she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Oh man.
And I go, "Nope." She's like, "All right." And then she hung up the phone, went back to bed. She didn't have to be up for an hour.
Oh man, you Canadians are tough, man. That's awesome.
Well, then I get to the hospital, go to the triage nurse, and then just sitting on these chairs waiting to go till they take you to the back. Kind of fingers all wrapped up, and I'm taking pictures, and I sent it to my one friend. He's like, "Please tell me you didn't lose your finger." I'm like, "Don't know yet. Don't know what kind of damage I've done."
Oh man.
So then I phoned my wife again. I go, "Are you coming?" She's like, "Do I have to?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I need a ride back to work. All my stuff's
Oh
still
my
there."
gosh. She says, "Do I have to come?"
So then she came in and she comes to the back, and I'm just waiting for the x-rays. She comes in. I'm like, "Take pictures."
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Your wife she's awesome, man. She's like,
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
yeah, sweetheart. I love the tenderly right there. That's good stuff.
Don't get me wrong. She puts me in my place if I'm being
Yeah,
stupid too.
yeah,
So.
that's a good wife, man. That's it. She's gentle, but can take you out in a minute. Yeah,
That's right.
brother, that is awesome. Holy cow, man! You almost lost a finger, and she's like, "I'm going back to sleep."
Yeah.
That's wild, man. That's wild, man. So, what's your next move for your martial arts out there? What's your next plan for the future for your studio over there?
Just keep growing.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I'm turning out a lot of good students.
That's cool, man. That's
At
good.
least I hope I am. So just keep growing and try to get better myself and try to make them better than me.
That's a good instructor, man. That's a good instructor. Make your students better than you, man. Well, brother, this has been awesome, brother. I really appreciate taking the time. The demon, was it Dirty Demon Wrist Locker? I love that name.
Yes.
I love it. So tell everybody real quick before you get out of here. Tell everyone how they can find you, all your social media, phone numbers, or whatever. How they get a hold of you.
So 2 for Instagram, Taylor Jiu-Jitsu is the main one, and then Dirty Demon Wrist Locker. And then Facebook is just Scott Taylor or Taylor Jiu-Jitsu page.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I don't have X or Twitter or
All that stuff. Yeah. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I've been on X and Twitter, whatever they call it now, and then it's like, oh, there's way too much crap on here.
You have to use social media the right way, not look for anything.
That's right.
Oh man, brother, this has been awesome. I appreciate you taking the time, just getting off work, coming doing this podcast with us, man. You're a good man. I appreciate you more than you know, man. But we have to do this another
Well,
time.
thank you very much for
Hey,
having
you're
me.
more than welcome. I love you, man. I love your attitude, man. I love the way you talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the store because I think I need a old man on the
Yeah.
mat.
There you go,
T-shirt.
brother. Grab one, grab two. All right, brother. You take care of yourself. We'll talk soon, my friend.
Yes, have a good
Hey,
day.
you too, friend. Get some sleep.
Yes,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right,
Take
bye,
care.
brother.
Bye.
Uh,
Oh, man.